All right. Sorry about that, guys. Not too sure what happened there. I guess OBS decided to crash. So yeah, yeah. So probably the application, but yeah. So we're back. We are doing good. I just don't know if the stream. There we go. Just making sure stream is viewable. But anyway, guys. Sorry about that. He's doing good. He's been. Why are you eyeballing me now? What's going on? I know. But anyway, so like I was saying, he's been very needy at times. Yeah, I know he's a baby, but I felt he was like a little more independent like a month ago, and then now it's like he's like, I want to be by somebody, and you have to hold him, or he wants to stand next to you. He wants to, and it's funny. There's times he doesn't want you to hold him, but he wants to be like next to you and be. Yeah, he's like, all right, guys, I'm right here. I'm gonna stand here. You watch me. I know you're gonna see me. Look, he's checking. How was that? Oh, Jenny. Yeah, yeah. So he's like I said, he's been doing really good. And like I said, I was actually, yeah, I didn't know one of the milestones Rocio was kind of upset about. He started standing on his own, just kind of going up and grabbing on things, and then next thing you know, he's standing, and then he's trying to hold himself up, and he's trying to let himself go. And Rocio's like, "Oh my God, he could do it!" And I was just like, "Oh, he's been doing that for a couple weeks," and I didn't realize that was a milestone. And I was just like, "Dang!" So yeah, that was my fault. So I've been, yeah, I know, but he's doing really good. I feel like he has a couple more teeth growing in, possibly towards like the sides. He's been trying to gnaw a little more. Like I said, we saw the one that was up front, and then the one next to it. No, okay. We won't touch it. But anyway, yeah, it's right there. I don't know if you can see it, but so he has the one and the one next to it, and then I feel like he has some other ones, so he's trying to like gnaw. I feel like he's trying to get his teeth through. But other than that, he's been sleeping pretty good. Except like I was saying earlier, he woke up at 4 a.m. and then you know was awake for a little bit, and then went to what's it called? Went to sleep until about 7 and woke back up. I know. You're gonna make me cut my hair. I know. He's like, I'm gonna grab your hair, and yes. And so I was gonna take that off, but nah, that's fine. What, you're blah blahing it? I know. So he's. Let's go back this way. Let's get you in camera. Oh, okay. All right. Also, I brought some food for him, so see if he will actually eat it. He has these little. There you go. He has these little puff sweet potatoes, so it's actually been pretty good for him to eat. Made by Gerber, so I enjoy it, like it. I eat them. They're actually pretty good. But yeah, I know it's just like one of those things. I'm like but yeah. No, yeah. He like I said, he's trying to do everything that he can, and when he puts it in his hand, he'll even try to feed himself. He still doesn't have that mechanic down, so I'm trying to get him so he'll actually put it right into his mouth on his own. But he's still learning that portion. Now, as far as the 8th month the baby development, I know some of the people are wondering about his weight. I haven't had him measured yet for his weight. I should go and measure him, just so we know his weight. But I haven't checked. But I know on the particular website that I have here. Let me see if I can go to full screen on there, and then have us in the corners there. Pretty much we'll make it bigger there. So right now, your 8-month-old baby development, major milestones and everyday tips for your baby at 8 months. So they're saying that if you have a boy, should be at about 19 pounds. If you have a girl, around 17 pounds. I am not gonna guesstimate how heavy you are whatsoever, but I'm pretty sure he's in that range. So I don't think that's an issue for him. He's what's it called? Start to use of grass that soon progresses to a pinch. So yes, his hand, he can sit there and he can like grab and pinch and hurt and freak out. So that's one of the things that he's definitely moved on more. He's been, since you guys have probably been watching, he's been eating a lot of solids. His favorite solid so far is salmon. So he's sitting there, he can eat salmon all day long. He's not a tilapia fan, he'll eat it. But he does like salmon, he likes potatoes, and he loves his little puffs. And yeah, he's getting better with food. It's just like I said, there's so much food that we can actually feed him that he's like, ooh, I can have this, this, and this. We still can't feed him regular milk or cow's milk, I should say, or honey yet. At the 1 year mark, we should be able to do that. So that'll be very good.
He just doesn't like it, or you just don't do
Oh,
it.
you can't do it yet till because it's too much for their stomach, so they won't be able to poop properly and be too solid. So I don't know. Do you want me to talk to everybody about your solid poops? Because his poops have gotten solid. So that's actually yeah, I don't know if it's a good sign or not. We were kind of like freaking out because we're so used to the way his poops were before that I was like, okay, let's make sure we email the doctor and make sure that it's all right. And they said it was fine. They're like, just make sure there's no blood or anything like that. And I was like, no, there's no blood. But I guess if there's blood, call a doctor right away. They apparently want you to go into the ER, see a doctor if that happens. But so far he's been doing good. They did ask that we feed him more fruits with like bigger pits or seeds, so like pears. So we've started feeding him more pears to help him get more fiber that way. Obviously, we're doing Gerber in smaller those smaller packets. That's been very good for him as well. So he's been doing, like I said, amazing, but we still try to make our own food for him. He's been having a lot of soup. So he's been loving soup. So he is a machine because he'll sit there, he'll eat all his food, then he'll be like, all right, I'm still hungry. Let me have some milk now. I want this, I want this, I want this. And he's just like, I was like, where do you put it? I know your belly's not that big. And he's just like, I don't know if his body's just like, just exchanging it, changing it quick. But yeah, he's been doing really good. Now they're saying that, what was that? Yeah. He's been sleeping pretty good. They're saying that their child should be sleeping 13 to 14 hours, and that should include 2 to 3 naps. Right now, he maybe takes 2 naps. Last couple days, he's only maybe 1 20-minute nap, and another than that, he's like trying to stay up the whole day. But or 10, wake up at about 8:30. But like I said,
Oh, that's not bad.
yeah, but like today he that just didn't follow the plan. But I think he'll probably be back to normal in the next couple days after the next tooth makes its way out. But he's getting there. Now at this point, they're also saying that the child should be exploring the world through touch and taste. So try to taste everything, which I definitely would have to say he's been doing for a while now. So it's not just what's it called? Just at the 8-month mark. I think he's been doing that probably since I want to say about 6.5 months, 7 months in. He's like, oh, what's this? And then and he tastes it. Nah, and so he does that whole facial thing, and that's actually very cool too. So he's been doing really good. He's growing fast. It's amazing how fast he grows. How much, like I said, he wants to eat. He's definitely going through it all, and I'm excited for him. And I know a lot of people are probably excited for him. They're like, "Wow, he's gotten big," and this is the only way a lot of friends and family can see him right now is through YouTube. Just because obviously with everything going on, we're trying not to get him sick or get ourselves sick, so we're trying to make sure that he's he's doing all right, and I know a lot of people wanted to want to see him, hold him, but we're trying to get there. Now, one of the things that they're saying you should be doing for your child is play lots of music. So Rosil's has been doing that for a while now. I play some stuff for him, but I don't go super crazy. But Rosil will definitely be the person that will be playing different types of music and genres. So I'll have to play some Japanese music for the little guy here. Have him, he'll be speaking Japanese before he speaks any other language. So
get him into anime.
yeah, he'll be watching anime, and he'll be able to know anything and everything. I know. Okay. Alright, there we go. And there we go.
Here.
Yeah, I know. It's like let me grab right now. Okay.
Maybe it's like the claw.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, he likes to pull hard, and it's he's been pulling for a while, and like I was saying, he's been able to find like fat on a body, and he just goes and grabs like the back of your arm, and he's just like, I got it. So now it turned into I don't know what his hand squeeze is, but it's pretty gnarly. It's just like grab and then squeeze, and I'm just like, oh my, where did that even come from? And he's just grabbing, pinching, and it's pretty interesting. They're saying that you should take your child outside more often as well. We've been trying to take them out. If you don't know, we've cut down 3 palm trees in the backyard just so we don't have these little seeds that were coming off of them. And so they have these little balls that would just start dropping, and I just didn't want him to slip and fall on one, or trying to move around in one of his little cars, and he won't be able to do it just because the wheels are getting stopped by the little balls. So we cut those out, and this will allow him to be
picking him up and eating it.
Yeah, no, that too. Well, I guess it was safe because Paul and Kiara ate it, so they would just poop it out. So I don't think it would have been an issue. But yeah, I know, it's like why risk it?
Yeah.
And then they also say to book a babysitter. So at this point, I think they want you to kind of like leave your child with a babysitter and stuff like that. And right now we're not going to be doing that just yet. Until we can either get vaccinated or all that good stuff. But we're just again, we're just not there yet. Oh, that was a good bite, but you had to bite my thumb. He's like, I grabbed your thumb and then go so I think that's his way of telling me is like, I'm so hungry, food. And he's like, thank you. But you also want them to wear sunscreen, so your baby is old enough to start wearing sunscreen. Now, definitely double check with your doctor. Ask them what sunscreen that you should get, and go from there. That's something that we definitely are going through and going over with our doctor via email right now, and then he'll have his next appointment coming up soon. I want to say in March. I want to say it was. So we're pretty excited about seeing what's going on. Now the average weight, like I was saying, they're saying 19 pounds for a boy, 17 pounds for a girl. Typical size and length is 27.75 inches, so we'll say just under 28 inches. Baby girls are closer to 27.
27 to 75 inches.
27.75 inches.
Sorry, my bad.
I was like, 75 inches? Dang, that's a big baby. I know. But so like I said, he's definitely meeting those ranges. And okay, we got you. We're feeding you at the same time. All right, and he's like, pull hair again. All right, so I feel like that character from was that Ratatouille, where the rat controls the guy in the hat by pulling the hair to cook, and he couldn't cook. So now I feel like little Alvin's like okay, let's go this way. So trying to be in control and all that good stuff. So he's doing really.
Every time he pulls your hair, he gets a treat.
Yeah, no. It's like more food. Pull. But Yeah, see, look at that. He's like pulling now. He's like, yes, food. Right now, as far as developmental milestones for the body, being able to pass objects from one hand to the other. So that's actually very important. He actually does that very well. So if I wanted to hand him like this little foam circle here, now it usually goes right into the mouth. I was hoping he was going to try to pass it to the other hand. Here, let's put this in the other hand. Right here. Go that. There you go. Just into the mouth. Okay. So, but he can actually pass it back and forth, which is actually pretty cool. These are like the little foam squares for the floor padding. So he usually somehow pulls them out, and then next thing you know, he's like, oh, I got it, and I can eat it now. And so I usually put it on the table because that's like the smallest. That's the smallest one, so I'm afraid that he might choke on it, and so I just don't want him to choke on it and all that good stuff. So he rolls front to back or back to front, no problem. He can actually sit up now without support, which he's been doing that since 7 months in. So he's been doing that very good. He bounces when in a standing position, which is very good. Yeah, so when we get him in standing, he'll start to like bounce up and down, and he gets like all excited and all that fun stuff. He hasn't tried to scoot backwards. I feel like he's only just been crawling and trying to stand. I think his goal is to walk, so I'm hoping that he'll start walking at that point. So he's working, like I said, we're working on him on that. Also, when we're having him stand, when he does sit down, I try to massage his thighs and his calves. Nothing crazy, but just to help relax his muscles. Just because he'll be standing for like 2.5, 3 hours, and I'm just like, it's okay to sit down, you can relax, and he's just like, nope, I'm gonna play on this, and I'll be crawling and shuffling around the couch, and because he'll stand up on one end of the couch and then he'll start to sidestep over all the way around, and I'm just like, wow, you are on a mission for something totally different. And so so I try to make sure that his legs are feeling good since he's doing so much. Right now they're saying that your child should be bearing more weight on legs, which like right now I'm not even, like I said, I'm not holding him up. He's just resting on my arm. And so that's all him right now as far as him wanting to stand. Now he wants to move forward. But overall, he's doing that all on his own. So that's actually very good. I know. Obviously, I was saying that he's crawling. So if your child hasn't started crawling, he's probably going to start crawling in the 8th month range. Standing, I don't, from what I've been seeing, most children aren't standing all the time, but, between 7 months to 12 months, I guess that's kind of typical range for children to start standing and wanting to walk. So that's actually very, very, very cool. Pulls up on furniture, like I've been saying, that's his goal. Yeah, okay, we'll get you more. Okay. Boom. There you go. You got it. And so, like I said, he's doing really good. Sees across the room well. I guess the eyesight is approaching that of an adult. I'd have to say, I feel like at the 5 and 6 month mark, he was seeing well across the room, no issues. He would be able to see a smile from us being towards the kitchen and him standing in the living room. He'd see the smile, and he'd get all excited and start jumping around. So I feel he's been doing very good with his eyesight. Bangs toys together like blocks. He does like to bang. He has like this little rattler, and I try to get him to use the soft part on the wood floors, but of course what does he do but use the hard plastic part on the wood floors, and I'm like, no, not the floors. But yeah, I have to live with that. But yeah, he'll bang it and go ga 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 ga, and then he'll look at it and laugh, and then ga ga ga. I'm just like, okay. So but that's him. He's doing good. Brain, this part makes specific sounds tied to emotions like happy and frustration. So when he does get frustrated, we do see his frustrated noise. Right now you're hearing when he's doing that, he's like, feed me, I'm hungry. And that's his you're not feeding me fast enough noise. So we've been able to figure that one out pretty quick. Responds when talked to and makes sounds back. So he does do that very well, but right now I'm not going to try to attempt it because I think he's trying to just he's like focused on the food. He's not even like looking at Hero right now. He's just like looking at the Gerber food. He's like, more. Oh, push it in. There you go. So he does that really well. Recognizes familiar faces. I feel like when she sees Rosil's dad or mom through like a window or anything like that, he can recognize them. When he sees my grandma in the car, I feel like he's been very, very good on recognizing her as well. So I feel that's a good sign, and I think that's good for children to do. So try to make sure that, if you don't have family members around, especially during right now, maybe pull out a phone and have them take a look at the pictures on the phone, just so they can kind of actually see them there too, because I think that's very, very, very important. You can grab my ear. Right now recognizes what's called responds if someone is a stranger. I haven't really seen him afraid of anybody yet, so that's something that I don't think is going to be an issue. But yeah, okay, I'll get you some more. But I do think he likes his he likes to see people. I feel like after seeing just me and Rocio for the whole day, when he sees other people when we're pushing him in the stroller or sees people across the street, he's just like, and he's like trying to bend himself forward, and we have to keep the obviously the seatbelt on him, and so he's just sitting there trying to just peek around the corner, and Rocio keeps calling him Chismoso, and he's just trying to look at everything like, what's going on over there. So yeah, so it's funny. He gets all excited at different times. He does like to look at mirrors, so we've come to a point where he's been becoming a problem trying to change a diaper with being one person. So we did give him. We have a couple different mirrors, so we give him one mirror upstairs when we're changing him upstairs, and then we give him another mirror downstairs, so when we're changing his diaper, he's more occupied at looking at himself in the mirror and all that fun stuff. So he's trying you Jack. Jack, yeah, he's training you like Jack. That's funny. Yes. So hey, hold on. Here. There you go. Boom. So yeah, he's doing good. Vowel sounds. He wants to talk. I know Rosil does a lot of Spanish speaking with him, so there's times it almost sounds like he's saying agua and stuff like that, or he wants to try to say dada. Sounds like he says mom. When he gets really upset, he's saying mom, and it sounds like he's screaming for Rosil. So it's one of those things. I haven't been able to catch him when he's doing it, but I really want to catch him when he's at that point, so people can can hear him. It's not like a straight out mom. Mom, I'm here, I'm hungry. No, it's like mom. he's in a whole different. He's in a whole different. As the shirt says, beast mode. He's a whole different person. He's like that Snickers commercial. If he doesn't have his milk, he's angry. But but he's actually I'd have to say he's not that bad. And I saw somebody say children aren't work, and I totally agree. Children are not work. They are they do need a lot of attention, a lot of training, times to say no. I don't want to be that parent that doesn't use the word no. So he will hear the word no here and there, but we'll explain. If we can't afford something, we'll tell him, hey, we can't afford this, so this is what you're going to be getting, or we can't get that for you right now, but we'll try to get it next time. So just we want to have an explanation with the no, not just saying, hey, no, this isn't going to work. But I do want him to understand that in situations where there might be a point of no explanation, and I say no, and leave it at that. I want him to know that, hey, we'll talk about this later, but we're not gonna follow up with any questions. We won't be on, we won't be out on a boat water skiing and him trying to act up, and he just needs to know, hey, sit down, can't answer your question, and we'll come back to that later. And so, like I said, yeah, it's just taking the time and trying to figure out parenting skills. I think that's gonna be a big concern between me and Rocio, and trying to figure out what's gonna work for him and for both of us. And it's doing pretty good. He loves to hang upside down. I know Rocio doesn't like me hanging him upside down, but he gets all excited and gets all giggly, and he'll be like, "Wow, I can hang myself upside down," and so he has a lot of fun. Right now, again, Child's responds to emotions like sadness or happiness. When he pulls my hair, I try to say "ow," but I don't over exaggerate it. I did it once, and he looked like he was starting to cry. So I was just like, nope, okay, we'll. But he did get to a point where I feel like he understands that he's seeing it, so he is pretty good there. Let's see, grasps the concept of cause and effect. I do plan to buy a toy for this, just so I can kind of understand that. But right now, I don't think he still understands that just yet. But that will be something that I'll be working with him, so he understands that. But I feel like I feel like he has some sort of concept of it. Like right now, he's like, okay, if I cry, I can get food. So here we go. So yeah, yeah. I know. Now, I know. So he's like I said, he's hungry. Yeah, it's like, I had a couple of them. You saw me on camera eat a couple of these, but other than that, this is all him right now. He's just like, I will take the whole thing and eat everything out of it. He did take like an hour and a half nap, so I think he's like, I'm ready to go. No, this is just a snack. No, this is just for him to have something to eat while we're here, or if we're out somewhere and he wants to, when we're like walking, and Rocio can't really give him milk or anything. He might drop his bottle. We give him this stuff here, and he can actually sit there and chew on it and enjoy it. So yeah, he's doing really good. He'll dump it all over the place. Yeah, so he's at the point of like, duh! It's like everywhere. So, and without, if you guys haven't heard, we did end up losing our little dog Paul. So the first day that he wasn't there, he would usually drop food on the floor, and he would like look over and wait for Paul to come and eat the food. And the day Paul was gone, the next day, he tried to do the same thing, and he's like looking around, and then we tried to feed him again, and then he like grabs it out of his mouth and drops it on the floor again, and he's like looking around, and I was just like, he's looking for Paul, and it was kind of like the saddest thing. I was just like, that kind of sucks, and it was just one of those things. I was just like, oh man, and I was hoping that they'd be able to be like partners in crime with each other, but they didn't. Obviously Paul didn't make it, but we'll see about getting another dog, when he's a little older and all that good stuff. But things, times to be concerned. If you do have a child or going to have a child, definitely make sure that you're listening for them. If they're not attempting to reach, these are, concern items. They're not attempting to reach for anything. They're not responding to your affection, so kisses or anything like that. Definitely something that I would start to worry about. Can't make sound, unable to roll. Definitely things to look into. Has not laughed or made happy noises like squealing. Seems stiff or does not move head easily. Is not gaining weight. So definitely concerns. Definitely talk to your doctor if you're running into any of those. Any of those. I don't know if I call them signs or symptoms, but I guess signs or symptoms. Yeah, they call it. So definitely take a look at that and make sure you check with your doctor. I know there's some children that learn at different speeds, so if it's if you're talking to your doctor and it's like don't worry about it, then I don't think it'll be a concern. But just remember, children, all children are different, so they'll all do different things at different times. So don't freak out. And the day in the life of a child. Right now they're saying hold on. They're saying that the baby's routine for their day in their life should be wake up at 7 a.m. Wake up, morning snuggles and breakfast. By 8 a.m. they should be ready for their first playtime. So they should be jumping into playing with things for. Okay, wow, you're eating 3 of them now. Okay, moving on up. He's like, I'm eating 3.
Daddy Alvin wakes up.
Yeah, so he's like playtime, and then at 10 a.m. morning nap. So he typically doesn't jump a morning nap until about 11:30, 12. And then he'll sleep for maybe an hour or two, and then he'll eat lunch and or bottle depending. And then he'll go back to sleep around 3:30ish or so. So that is, when we're getting to that point, if he doesn't go to sleep by 3:30, he'll usually stay awake till about 6, and then take an hour nap, and then we'll keep him up till about 9, and then he'll go to sleep around then. Okay. Yeah. So we'll keep him up around up till about 9. Now there's some days that he doesn't obviously want to go to sleep, so he'll stay up till like 10:30, 11, and and then of course those will be his more early days where he's good. Yeah. Okay. All right, we got you. Yeah, no, that's why I know he's probably going crazy. But yeah, so again, 13 to 14 hour sleeping should be what your child is getting at the 8-month mark. So that's actually very good. But again, baby basics for this time. Your child should start to crawl, stand up on items, babble, show emotion, get upset, be hungry, teeth, all that good stuff right now. So those are good things. No. Well, I think he's just hungry now. He's just like, feed me. And so, like I said, we try to introduce him to a lot of different food. So he's had a ton of different food. Right now, nothing with spices. So we'll continue on working with him on different foods. But I think he's pretty much had every vegetable out there. He's still not a huge banana fan. What is that?
What vegetables does he have?
I don't think there's, because he's had tomatoes. He's had carrots, peaches, pears, apple.
Vegetables.
Yeah, I'm just going through all of them. I just peas. Yeah, like that. He's had quite a bit. I should make like a little chart of what he has and hasn't eaten. That'd probably make things a little easier. But I don't know.
But if he's accepting everything, then
yeah. Yeah, he's going crazy. It's like those peanut butter puffs. He loves those. He's been eating egg. He loves it. He was loving egg, and then I don't know what happened. He just he doesn't eat the egg like he was. So I think at this point he's like, I'm over egg. Eggs. I don't really care. But we're trying to help him out. We have him drinking water out of a sippy cup now, so we give him a little bit of water. Nothing, not large amounts, but just enough to, as he's eating, he can actually flush down whatever food he's eating a little easier. Right now, we're still trying to make sure that he's getting breastfed through till at least 1. he still unfortunately hates formula for whatever reason, and he is not loving formula. Period. He could taste the difference right away, and he's just like, nope, not the same. So I know Rocio is getting excited for when she can stop breastfeeding because of his teeth, because he's becoming a gnar now, and so he's biting her, and so it's yeah. So Rosie's been getting upset and crying, as he's biting, and she's like, "No more, we're done." And I'm just like, "Oh, well, he messed up." So anyway, I know we got long-winded on this one, but yeah, at the 8th month mark, you definitely has been doing a lot of good stuff, and like I said, again, he's standing on his own. My arm is over here, and I know you're just eating. You're eating up a storm. We're gonna have to get you more food. Get you some more food. Go eat your lunch. So that's probably why he's upset right now, because usually when he takes his nap, he eats. So anyway, guys, got long-winded. We'll cut it short here. We had a lot of fun. Definitely thank you guys for coming in, watching little Alvin, watching myself and Hero as well in different videos. Our next video for the baby edition will be him on his tooth. So we did buy him 2 toothbrushes, one to kind of get him started, so when we're brushing our teeth he can kind of just gnaw on the brush, so he's getting used to using a toothbrush in his mouth, and then we'll move on to the non-fluoride toothpaste that came with the other one. Yeah, okay. We're almost done. We'll get you real food. We'll get you all the food. He's like, yeah, I know. So he's just like, it's time. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. We will be back for our baby edition next Wednesday. We'll have also other fun stuff posted on Mondays and Fridays, so definitely check back with us on there. And if you guys haven't seen our cycling channel, definitely go check out First Timer Cycling as well, and we have a lot of fun there too. Is there anything else, Cyril, that you want to add? Okay, say bye. Say bye. 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 He's like, no bye. Anyway, guys, see you later.